So I am a nurse by education. I went to school to be a nurse. I always wanted to be a nurse. There was never a question about that. Both my mom and dad were actually business owners, and I was determined not to own a business because I wanted to be a nurse. Because at the root of it, I wanted to make a difference for people. Ultimately, I ended up they closed down our department and I left the company. But in that moment, I realized that I just really wanted to make a difference, but you can make a difference in lots of different ways. And so when things get challenging, when things get hard, I think about what is our opportunity to make a difference.
I tend to be attracted by things that have not been done and to test, to innovate and to see what we can get out of it. And, out of many experiments sometimes, a lot of them will fail, but if one of them does not, then suddenly you have this innovation advantage over everybody else, and that's what you are looking for.
Then after I've been in the industry about 5 years, my mother came down with colon cancer, which ultimately took her life. But the company I worked at the time had helped develop one of the medicines that she took that extended her life. And that's when the light bulb went off for me that this is not just a business. This is really about helping people's lives, and we can't lose sight of that as we go.
As an entrepreneur and CEO, you're used to the cycles of business, the upturns and the downturns. What remains constant and what I have learned navigating through both uptimes in the market as well as downturns is that people are the ones that will help you get through those times. When you're on a tearing growth path, you need to retain people, make sure that they understand what your culture is and what your values are, and not lose sight of your culture.
When company was founded, I started the company in 2010, and we were very much focused on website development, primarily in the WordPress ecosystem, dealing mostly with SMB clients, so very small businesses. And at the time, I had no vision to take it where it is today in terms of dealing with Fortune 500s and building mission critical applications that are used by, in some cases, millions of users. So, it was, just kind of an organic growth. It's been 14 years at this point since the founding of the company. And, it's really just grown organically over the years.
I never wanted to work at my family business, never wanted to take over the company. And it wasn't until I had my own company that I saw the importance of legacy, especially for diverse companies and diverse families. So when I started having children and I had my other company, I realized that I wanted to have something to leave for them. So in 2020, we finalized the succession of Electrosoft from Gen 1 to Gen 2, just in time for COVID. And what we did is we started making face shields to help with frontline workers, not just in this area, but there was a family foundation that reached out to us to donate money to help us donate face shields across 4 states. That was a pivotal time for me, and I realized that I was working in my purpose.